Hey gang, it's your friendly neighborhood Big Ed, and I'm gonna make this quick because I know my plugin video was super long. What was I gonna do? These are my top pedals of 2021, and I own them all, so that's how you know they're good because I kept them, all right? First one is the Alexander Syntax Era Deluxe. I think that's what it's called. Well, Syntax Era 2, apparently. I'm gonna call it the Deluxe. This pedal, I loved the original Syntax Era, and I wanted a little more control, a little more way to deal with certain parameters. I wanted a second foot switch if possible. Matthew at Alexander Pedals is a bleeping genius. He knows, I've told him this before. I love that guy. I'm glad he's my friend, but he created an amazing pedal, the Syntax Era 2. You'll see it on a picture on the screen here on my studio pedal board, as with the other pedals I'll be talking about. But Matthew took everything I loved about the Syntax Era and made it better and expanded it, because now there's presets. Now there's like way more control of parameters. There's new sounds in there. Matthew, my friend. The All Petals Macrodose. You'll see that on my studio pedal board on the screen here now. That is, I've been looking for a Mutron type pedal that has far more control and options and weird stuff and random and you name it. This is the first pedal, the All Petals Macrodose, that did that. Blows my mind. It ain't going anywhere. It's staying on my board. If they improve this, I gotta see that because this is ridiculous. I'm so impressed. Finally, I have all the sounds that I love from Mutron-y type filtery things all in one pedal, finally, with a second foot switch for tap and other, it's crazy. All Petals Macrodose. The Geckoplex. You know I love this pedal because I made a few videos about it, but he wasn't content. He wanted it back and said, hey, I'll pay for the shipping, I'll do that, I wanna add things to this pedal, like a month or two after I got it, and made it better. He put trails in there. He put subdivisions. He put a looper in it so you can do sound on sound. The reverb on it sounds amazing. It's amazing. Does the preamp sound like an original Geckoplex? No, there's other people like Clinch Effects that do that to perfection. This sounds different. It's his own thing. It works in this device. I'll show you a picture of mine right here on my acoustic pedal board. Yes, I use it on my acoustic pedal board, and it's just brilliant. Everything in this device is brilliant. Anything else is just picking stuff apart for no reason because it's genius. We've come up with so many creative tracks using this pedal alone as the feature of wild ideas that it's paid for itself already. The Geckopedals Geckoplex. You know my friend David Rollo at Drollo, my brother from another mother. He sent me the first lilac cloud, and I did a video this year, and we used it to crazy effect on a new record we recorded. It is an amazing distortion, fuzzy, octavey, weird feedback, extra switch, oscillating. It's awesome. It's everything you want, but everything I wanted in a fuzz crazy pedal. And it sounds great in the mix. It really does. So the Lilac Cloud from Drollo Effects. Everything he makes is brilliant. Just get them. Just get them all. I know. Hide them from your wife. I don't know. But just get them. The Red Panda Labs Raster 2 filter pitch delay from my friends at Red Panda. They're geniuses. The Raster V2 I mean, everything you'd want in there is there. And they do firmware updates regularly. They have an app that you can go online to tweak the Red Panda Raster V2. What are you waiting for? The Death by Audio Speed Tripper. When I got this pedal, you'll see on my pedal board, I was like, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a capricious purchase. I was like, yeah, you know, and I kind of hemmed and hawed over it for quite a while. I was surprised they still had some in stock. But when I got it, I actually loved it so much, I wrote an article for American Songwriter. You know, I do gear reviews for American Songwriter magazine. And that's how impressed I was with it. I had to write a review right away, and it's on my board. And one of the key things is there's a mix knob, an internal trim pot for the mix. Because my only complaint was, oh yeah, I like it and it's great, and you know, turn it on. I'm not gonna have it on all the time, but you know, it's a little much, you know, wish there was a mix. There is a mix on the inside of the pedal. Done deal. So it's on my board, it's staying. The Death by Audio Speed Tripper. Start tripping. Cooper Effects, my buddy, hold on a second. I had to go grab some pedals here because they're not on my board yet, but I'm going to use them a lot. My buddy Tom at Cooper Effects, just before he shut his doors and went to work for Chase Bliss, which is a brilliant combination, I might add, came out with like some crazy expression devices like this one, the expression generator, XPGen. Tom, the nicest guy in the world, by the way. I mean, he's just an awesome dude. Talked to him in a bowling alley at NAMM for like an hour about nothing, and we just were having a great time. Cooper Effects. Let's hope he does make some more things. I know he's going to do good things with Chase Bliss. Oh, on my board here, you'll also see the 29 pedals Una, the EUNA, and the OAMP, the OAMP. That's the input and output preamp buffer things from Believable Audio 29 pedals. You think you don't need these two things until you plug them in at the front and the back end of your board, and then you go, oh, I need these. They're awesome. The 29 pedals, Una and OAMP. Seriously, they are actually worth it. Check it out. Oh, you'll see on my board, you'll see on my board too, the Cornerstone Gladio SC for single channel from their big dual channel thing. This one has clean blend on it. I'm a nut, as you may know if you watch this channel, for clean blend on pedals. And this is a Dumble-esque overdrive, which I like already. I've done videos on Dumble pedals, but this one has a particularly great open sound, and that clean blend just puts it over the top. Super fantastic. The Gladio SC from Cornerstone. Paisanos in Italy. Oh, and I discovered this guy, Sargon beebless or beebless, on, I think I might have discovered him on Reverb. He had some custom clone pedals, but he's also on Facebook, POB Pedals. I think that's what they're called, POB Pedals or POB Electronics. I think it's POB Pedals, but Sargon beebless, BEBLIS. Look at this. I had this up on Instagram. What is this? Well, this is a delay. I like my delay up front. That's a lo-fi delay. That's a fuzz, a one knob fuzz. This is a Zen Drive clone. And that's a clean boost. All in one little box for under $300. And it sounds freaking amazing. It's one thing to do clones. It's one thing to change the originals and adapt them and whatever you want to do. It's a whole nother thing when that pedal sounds freaking amazing altogether. Amazing. You have to be listening. You have to be using your ears. Sargon beebless POB pedals. Check it out. He just did this for me. He's doing another one for me that's just the delay and the Zen drive in a smaller enclosure so that I can fit it on my other new pedal board that I'm putting together because I only had like 5.5 inches. And he's like, yeah, I can do those two in 5.5 inches. But like if you need an all-in-one thing, he also makes single pedals. The point is they're very reasonable. He does them very quickly, very professionally, and they sound amazing. So check them out. Here's another that I want to add to this list. This is the Fever Dream, right? The Fever Dream. Ooh. The Fever Dream from Pine Box Customs and Mask Electronics. It's a filtered, modulated tremolo crazy fuzz with a CB microphone that plugs into it. Oh, let me get rid of my list. With a CB microphone that plugs into it. So yeah, you can keep playing guitar through it and do, you know, your call signs. It sounds amazing. It's cool for special effects, but I'll tell you the truth, the pedal itself is super fantastic. It's large, it's big, but I'm Big Ed. So this is the Fever Dream from Pine Box Customs and Mask Electronics. Two more left. We're gonna make this quick. This one was a special one-off. I don't know how many of them he made. He might still have some left, by Wren and Cuff, called The Good One. It was based on a dirty cap triangle fuzz that someone brought into him. And I think it had different components as well from some of the other triangles. And when he played it and cleaned it up, he was like, oh my God, this thing sounds amazing. So he did a special run of these. The Good One. Grab it if you can. If you love muff, this is a different flavor of muff, but a highly usable one that sits in a mix nicely. And last but not least, and this is another one I featured in American Songwriter recently, the Pantheon Deluxe by Wampler Pedals. Ooh. I'm a real sucker for blues breaker overdrives. I just like the way they sound on lap steel. They sound great on guitar too, but I like the way they sound on lap steel because they're open and chimey and they fit in almost any style of music without that low mid hump and clouding your signals so that you have to do a lot of EQing later. This is the answer. It's got different switches for different voicings on the side, on both sides, okay? And you can route them as you wish, like in and out of channel 1, in and out of channel 2, or just series channel 1 into channel 2, or channel 2 into channel 1. Channel 1 and channel 2 are voiced differently. They're great. They're great. You can read my review online or check one out for yourself, the Wampler Pantheon. And that's the end of the list for the best pedals of 2021. I tried a lot. You know I tried a lot. I mean, if you see my Instagram feed, I buy a lot. So I know what I'm talking about, and I hope you dig some of these and check them out for yourself. All right, take care.